What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Mon Mothma Datacron and how this is going to have some real nasty power with the Rebel Fighter team inside of Grand Arena. This is me doing testing inside of Squad Arena against a Leia Organa team, which, to be fair, the Mon Mothma team with Luthen Rael could already defeat, but now we're getting to some ridiculous powers of level with this Kron, where we're getting into kind of an infinite loop, which will scare some people as soon as they hear that, because usually when infinite loops get introduced into a game, now we suddenly get to something where they get nerfed. But this is sort of like Imperial Troopers here with this, where now they are just going again and again and again, and we're going to kind of break down what in the Datacron is causing this right now, some potential theory crafting we can do with this team as well, how to handle what to do with tactics in terms of what you have with this Kron and what you want to kind of look out for. We're going to break that all down in today's video. So if you guys enjoy this video, find it helpful or informative, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's just kind of sit here, wait for Leia to get defeated. As soon as she's defeated, we're going to kind of dive into the game and talk about the Datacron. One more hit should do it. Maybe, hold on, come on, you can do it. You can do it, there it is. And yeah, at this point, it's pretty easy. So yeah, just a little taste real quick of what we could expect with this. And now let's go ahead and talk about what we've got inside of the game. So Luthen Rael is kind of important for this team. He really kind of lifts the Mon Mothma Rebel Fighter team, and we already knew that this is a pretty strong team on offense. A lot of people seem to be sleeping on it. Not a lot of people are taking it up against Galactic Legends, which is surprising because this can defeat a handful of Galactic Legends already, Jedi Master Luke and Leia Organa being among them. Let's start by looking at the Datacron here. So this is what I'm running on this Kron. We got the light side characters getting max health and protection at level 3. There's really nothing else here that kind of stands out. First time light side tank is defeated, revive them, which could be useful if you're bringing in like Cara Dune. The max health protection, that's usually the one we go for because that's just really good. Another one that could be something to look out for is the first time each light side ally is defeated, remaining light side allies gain offense and speed. This could be interesting because you take them against a team that does not prevent revives. Mon Mothma can just keep bringing them back. You're going to get a lot of turn meter with her because of Luthen, so you're going to get a lot of revives. So you can revive and then also give that stacking offense and speed to your team. So that could be something to watch out with as well, is that yeah, if someone dies, you revive them, but those bonuses still stick around. So that could be something to watch out with as well. The other ones here don't really do much. The light side allies have a 25% chance to dispel debuffs on themselves. I mean, they get a lot of turns already, so it could be good, but the max health protection, the bonuses when allies are defeated, those are both really, really good. In terms of the Rebel Fighter specifications that we're going for here, the one that I go with, and the one that I think most people are going to go with, is whenever Rebel Fighter allies grant a buff to another ally, that ally gains 10% turn meter, limit to once per turn per ally. So the big one here is Pow. If you get into a match where he's constantly using his shout, he's giving offense up to his team, and then he is just going to give a lot of turn meter. You can also use this in conjunction with Luthen Rael, because Luthen Rael is very fast, and we'll kind of go show the speeds I'm running on him. Luthen Rael is pretty fast. Use his second special that gives speed up and protection up to your team, and you get a nice little turn meter boost at the start of the match there. The removing of turn meter from the target could also be pretty good with as many assists as they're getting. I think that both options down here at the bottom are pretty good. The reviving, again, if you are able to get a lot of revives, that could be good, but I think the bottom two options are much better. Now, in terms of what we're running for the specific Datacron, you're going to want Mon Mothma, and that is just because whenever she uses a basic ability on her turn, all allies gain 25% turn meter. So what this means in conjunction with the team is that if you go over here and look at them under Rebels, what we're really doing is we're using Luthen Rael to give Frenzy onto Mon Mothma, and then Mon Mothma just kind of spams her basic. So his second ability, or his first ability, What Do I Sacrifice? With this, don't even need the Grand Arena Omicron for this. Pretty much what he's doing, target other Rebel Fighter or Mon Mothma ally, gains 30% offense stacking, immune to turn reduction until the end of their next turn. But then Curator bonus, because he is under the Mon Mothma lead, he gives the target Rebel ally Frenzy for 2 turns. So What this means with Frenzy is that whenever another ally uses a special, she automatically gains 100% turn meter, and then with that, you use her basic, and then you just kind of keep going. Now, I do have the Omicron for Dreams with Ghost, just because it gives some extra speed to him and the team, lots of extra health, mastery, and that 20% speed, and the bonus protection for 1 turn. And then whenever the trooper is defeated, you summon another one as a rebel commander. Fantastic Omicron. I talked about this in a video the other day about how like a 1 single Omicron on this team makes this team a lot better, and Luthen really does lift this team. A fantastic conquest unit. I really enjoy him. I'm also kind of biased because I'm one of those sickos who had a Relic 7 POW with the Zeta on him before we got the Mon Mothma team. I had the Zeta on him and I was trying to find uses for it. That was way back in the day, but yeah, in terms of speed, like you're going to see, I've got Luthen Rael running very fast, and that's what you really need for him just to make sure that you're going to get this team going pretty quickly. You can see 150 bonus speed on him, 350 speed in total on Luthen Rael, and then when you combine that with his Dreams with Ghost, we're getting extra speed here, and then the Grand Arena Omicron's giving more speed. So we're talking almost 400 speed on Luthen Rael with the mods, plus that unique coming into play as well in Grand Arena. Not many characters that are not Galactic Legends will not outspeed him. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for here. And then of course we have to just look at Mon Mothma, if I can figure out where she is. There she is. Mon Mothma, just her basic, you know, recovering health and protection, but then also just giving that turn meter because of the Datacron here. We have the field promotion, but also we have Restore Republic, where she's equalizing health, and then we're also giving buffs to certain characters. Attackers are assisting, tanks are taunting and granting crit immunity. So this whole team comes together really good on offense. I know if you use Saw with that Luthen team, it's like a really strong defensive team, but the fact that I can beat multiple Galactic Legends with Mon Mothma, with Luthen Rael, that's kind of where I'm leaning. Plus, you know, I get to use POW. POW's always great. And of course, his Sakala attack or Sakala ability, which he gains 40% turn meter. He's giving offense up to all allies, and then his base or his unique ability is reducing his cooldowns and giving him turn meter every time a rebel ally uses a basic. You get this mass assist with Mon Mothma. POW moves quite often, and of course, you also where I was talking about with debuffs, applying debuffs on the enemy team, and how that also is able to give max health damage. You have Kyle Katarn, where he can use his basic, and that can apply ability block. His Power of the Valley is also able to apply Force Influence, which if that sticks, obviously they're going to take, they can't assist, they can't counterattack, they can't gain buffs. Galactic Legends have reduced counter chance, but also the rest of the Force Influence team is going to be pretty good. So, or Force Influence on the rest of the team is going to be pretty good. So you have the debuffs here. Just a guy with a lightsaber can do a lot of damage as well, but also give buffs to your team. So you have this ability to get debuffs on certain attacks that will do max health damage, or you get the ability to give some buffs here with his first special with the saber throw that can give buffs to your team. So a lot of buffs flying around, and of course the one other character to mention as well is going to be Hoth Rebel Scout, just because of his basic, where we're having a 40% chance to give 25% turn meter to all allies. That's pretty standard. This is your standard Mon Mothma team with Luthen, with POW, Kyle Katarn, and Hoth Rebel Scout. The only time I ever use the special with Rebel Assault is that's just if I want to be able to trigger the frenzy on Mon Mothma, and we're gonna break that down in the footage. So let's kind of go back to this and let's show footage of another match here, just so you guys can see what we're looking at here with this one. And this one is going to be again just we're gonna go fight against like a Han and Chewie team now, just so you guys can get an idea of what we're going for here. And of course, Leia's always going to move with her log throw first, but then we Captain Rex and Chewie. This is the more common one that I see inside of Squad Arena, and you can see we're just constantly moving. Now, Leia does prevent cooldown reduction, so POW cannot use his shout very often. It takes a long time, very long cooldown on that, so that is a bit of a problem. But here we are just kind of whittling down these characters. Now here we're gonna put Frenzy on Mon Mothma. She gains bonus turn meter. And there we go. We're going to use the basic. Yeah, just using basic and just giving turn meter to our team. And yeah, you can see it's like Imperial Troopers at this point where they just keep moving and they don't stop. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this comes into play with other matches here in the future. I'm just going to drink some of my coffee while we sit here and watch this. Yeah, so we're going to take out Captain Rex, and then we have the troublesome part. We just have to whittle down Leia Organa. And you can see we don't have Frenzy on Mon Mothma, so I'm just using basics right now. And I'm kind of saving up any specials that I need for when we get to the Frenzy on Mon Mothma. We're going to get some more buffs here with Luthen, some protection up, some speed up, and then that's also going to give more turn meter to our team. And yeah, we just keep going. Yeah, when I got this Datacron last night, and I just said, you know what, let's just have some fun in Squad Rail. Let's see what we can do. And again, you could already beat Leia Organa with the Mon Mothma Luthen team, but this Kron makes it so freaking easy. It's insane. And as you get those Omicrons on Luthen, it's going to get even easier. So yeah, this is something where you don't even need Omicrons on Luthen, and this is what you could already do with this team inside of Squad Arena. So you can imagine inside of Grand Arena, it won't be much different. See, I still don't have Frenzy on Mon Mothma, so just using basics. Now, the one weakness that is with this is that we've got some RNG here, where if Hoth Rebel Scout does not give turn meter, like here you go, yeah, see, this is it. This is where things get a little dicey, and we're going to show you how you can still recover from this, and it's not going to be a big issue. So yeah, we're going to start, there you go, we're going to get some cleanses. Yeah, it just kind of use the basic, kind of heal things back up. There we go, get that nice little yell. And now we're starting to get assists back again with this team. Get Frenzy back on Mon Mothma so that she can start using her basic more often. There you go, more turn meter for the team. Get some Force Influence out on her, hopefully, but she resists because of course she does. And yeah, that one, so I want to point that out. I did not use the special on Pow because we had Frenzy on Mon Mothma, but she was already at full turn meter. So I kind of want to sit there and save that and see, yeah, you can see here that we can use the grenade ability, but Mon Mothma's already at full turn meter, so there's really no need here. We're going to save that, see if we can get that combined with Frenzy here again in a moment. But yeah, just keep plugging away at Leia. It takes forever. Leia is incredibly durable. She's a tank. This is only Relic 7 Leia, so this is going to take even longer than normal. But yeah, here you go, some more attacks. And also, my poor Hoth Rebel Scout is dazed right now, so he cannot assist. So he's kind of, there he goes. Now he finally assists. And now we can start getting the turn meter again with him. Some rally there to get some more damage. And yeah, just kind of, there you go, finally got Leia out of the way. And now we kind of work on Drogon, and I just throw it on auto at this point. So this one, this is pretty easy, even without the Omicron. Like, I think this is really good. I really like this. I was amazed at how easy this was. We'll see how things go in the future. Also, be careful with Frenzy, because you can see here, he put Frenzy on Pow, which is really like the worst character to put Frenzy on here. But then, boom, there you go. That is it. Leia is dead. And now I want to show something else. Another team that it can beat inside of Grand Arena already, and that's going to be Jedi Master Luke. But this one I want to show for something a little bit different, because this Jedi Master Luke team has the Datacron on it that gives 25% turn meter at the start of the match. And you're going to see how quickly things get out of hand here, but then just how easily we recover as well. So we're starting to take down some characters here. Pal's gone. We get stuns on everybody. They're feeding ultimate to Jedi Master Luke, who's going to go into his ultimate form here in a second. And yeah, okay, so now things don't look good right now. But pretty much all we're going to do is we're going to feed the turn meter to Mon Mothma. We're going to revive Pal here in a second. And then with that revive, boom, there you go. We're starting to get back to normal. So now we have to go back through Jedi Master Luke. He's in ultimate form now, which is fine. We can get through that. But now Pow is also able to get reduced cooldowns with this one, because Jedi Master Luke does not have anything like that. So again, so one of the things here is that you're not going to really see a lot of Jedi Master Luke teams on defense in your higher leagues. It's something that's more prone to your lower leagues, but kind of just want to show, like, even with that Datacron and how quickly things got out of hand here, this team just absolutely recovers and just keeps going. There you go. used his AoE ability, gave some turn meter to the Jedi, but again, doesn't matter. We're just going to keep plugging away here. So this is the real power of this Mon Mothma Datacron, is that you get this infinite turn loop, and that is going to be pretty good. I really like this. I'm excited for it. I don't think anybody was necessarily surprised by what this was going to do. I think we kind of saw this coming with this one, but being able to see it in practice really kind of gets the idea of, oh my gosh, this is going to be absolutely filthy on offense, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with it. So here we go. Yeah, just finishing off Luke, and now we're going to go for Jedi Knight Luke, try to finish him off. Oh, there's the clock going off. You guys get to hear the clock for a second here, while the Jedi get to make their moves. There you go. They killed Hoth Rebel Scout. It'd be a shame if we didn't have a way to revive him. Oh, right. I gotta wait another turn because I just used it. All right, here we go. I should, and there we go. Yeah. So we got Frenzy on Mon Mothma. Now she revives. Boom. Hoth Rebel Scout is back. And we just keep going. Now, it could be interesting to see what Jedi Knight Cal Kestis would do with this as well. He could make things a little bit trickier because he can put out the armor shreds, the stuns, and everything. I'd be curious to see if that's going to make a difference. I don't think it really will. It's still a pretty easy recovery on this one. So that's kind of an idea of the footage that we're running into with this. And honestly, it's going to be interesting to see what we could do with this team on offense. Like some of the Galactic Legends we see on defense, like Jabba, you're going to have to mess around with some Rebel fighter compositions to see what we can do there, because Mon Mothma really gets shut down by the Bausch Leia on the Jabba team. If you see, like, for not First Order, Lord Vader, this shouldn't have a problem against the Lord Vader teams we have right now, because you can easily cleanse the days, damage over time. I don't know if this is going to defeat the Lord Vader team once we get the full Clone Trooper team in there. This one could be interesting. They did say they want Lord Vader to be something where Galactic Legends have to beat him. So we're going to see if something happens in the future with that one, and maybe there is something we can do with that. That the constantly dispelling the damage over time effects with Mon Mothma could be a big problem with CX2 on the field. We'll see how that plans out. But then in terms of other teams you're going to see on defense, the one I first thought of was going to be Sith Empire, but then I realized Sith Empire is probably not going to work, because you're just going to have Darth Malak that's just constantly putting fear on the team because of his unique ability. You can't get mass assists against Darth Revan. Darth Malgus is just too tanky. I don't know if this is going to beat Sith Empire. I have a feeling it won't. So then we start getting to other teams. What else could it beat? And I want to see if it can possibly counter Inquisitorius. Now, you constantly have the cleanses with Mon Mothma, and that's going to give her Death Mark, and I'm curious to see if that's going to work. You can get days with characters against Inquisitorius, and that's going to stop their turn meter gain when you're cleansing the purges. But we'll see how that all pans out, because then you can also give, with Rebel Fighter, with Luthen Rael, you can give Mon Mothma the ability to ignore taunt, so you can call mass assists with her against other characters outside of Reva. So I do want to see what that is going to do. Let me see. I believe, yeah. So this is one where if you have this Omicron and ability to ignore taunt, I do want to see what this is going to do against like a Inquisitorius team. I'm trying to think. I know in terms of Galactic Legends, Jedi Master Kenobi shuts down the turn meter train, so that's not going to work. I'm trying to think what else. Rey, we do know it can beat Rey. If there's no Ezra, it shouldn't be an issue to use this team against a Rey team. Really shouldn't, yeah. You just make sure that the Rebel commander is taunting, and you're kind of good to go at that point, right? So, yeah, Rey, Jedi Master Luke, Leia, that's 3 Galactic Legends right there. This should be able to easily defeat inside of Grand Arena. I'm trying to think what else. What else could we see on defense that could be an issue? Traya teams would destroy this because of the mass assists. Starkiller could be interesting as well. I don't see why this wouldn't be able to beat a Starkiller team on defense. Gungans, it should be able to beat Gungans on defense, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be able to defeat Gungans on defense. Nothing there that counters them necessarily. Great Mothers and Night Sisters on defense could be viable as well. I'm trying to think what else we'd be running into on defense that would be an issue for this. I'm not thinking of anything else. Like any team that counters mass assists would be an issue. So like Treya, Valshalea, yeah, that would also, or anything that shuts down turn meters. So Dark Trooper Moff Gideon would, I know for sure, destroy this. It would not be a viable counter to Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, but yeah, because where is DTMG? There he is. Yeah, with his lead. Yeah, whenever ally gains lose bonus turn meter, whenever enemy gains bonus turn meter or bonus turn, they lose offense, defense, turn meter until the end of their next turn. So that, I think, I mean, you could probably get around that just with how many mass assists we're getting with this. That could be viable, but I have a feeling Dark Trooper Moff Gideon would also be a team that would shut this down. So, you know, I kind of want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this? Is this a Datacron you guys are looking forward to using? Is this a team you want to see more footage of as we do some testing in Grand Arena? Let me know down below. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time.